Okay, and we're going to do a bearing in one of the DC motors. Now, notice with the last one we did was basically an AC, well, is an AC motor. So the armature, when I knocked it out, so that armature came straight out. These have actually got an earth magnet in the middle. So we'll get into the pump. Same way. We take the circlip off the fan. Flathead screwdriver. Push him in, and you'll actually feel it hit the shaft and spin it. Once again, don't try and get it off in one go, because you will crack it. Better just to spin him around. Take your time with this bit. Generally find the older the pumps, the harder they're on there. So. Eight mil wrench again for the through bolts. Through bolts out, and we take him off our seal plate, back something flat again. Always rubber. Now once again, because the earth magnet's holding such magnetic force in there, these will need a couple more taps and a bit heavy-handed. Once you see it pop out and pop back in like that, you've freed it. So I find the easiest way to remove it from here is on the floor, feet between it. So we've got our earth magnet, front end shield, and our bearing guides. As per the last demonstration, bearing guides come out first. So actually see with this one, you can see a little bit of the water that's been in, and actually where the mechanical seals failed, and a little bit of water ingresses has got in. What will happen due to centrifugal force, when that moisture gets past that mechanical seal, centrifugal force will pull that moisture in, and that's why you get a noisy front bearing. The bearing guide's out. Happy mount. Once again, a check of the inside to make sure that there's nothing untoward in there. It's nice and clean and free. Looks pretty good. So, seal plate's back on, new bearings applied, bearing guides are in. Now we're going to fit the earth magnet back to the body of the pump. So you'll see with a lot of these, they have drill holes in them. Now that's to balance the weight of these when they're spinning. So these can be a little bit tricky to get back in. I always start with those balance holes to the top, because normally that's what they call top dead center, and that's where it's been balanced. So we start with drill holes at the top. So again, your drain holes always to the bottom. Motor down nice and flat. Spring steel washers in the... Yeah. You've got guides at the back as well, so as you see that one's a little bit out, so you just want to tap him around until he's in position. Double check your front guides to make sure we're in line. We're a little bit out there too, so we need to tap him across a smidgen. So back to there, back up on your seal plate. A couple of taps, drive him. Through bolts in. I always like to put these in and do a couple of turns finger tight, and you'll see if they take up, you'll feel them actually grip on the thread in the front of the pump. If they don't, if it feels like it's threaded or it's not going in, it means that something in here is out of line. So check your guides, check your guide locators here and here. It may just be out a little bit. These have got very little tolerance in them, these motors, so you'll find a little bit out will add to some problems when lining up. But